Hey everybody, Kelly here. I am taking July off, so enjoy these old episodes of The Author's Mic, and I will see you back soon. Enjoy your summer.
I'm your host, Kelly Morgan, indie author and indie publisher. Welcome to another episode of The Author's Mic. Welcome to today's episode.
Hey everybody, Kelly here. Welcome to another episode of The Author's Mic. So today I want to talk about something that I think every author dreads, and that would be the bad review. Now, I'm not talking the constructive kind. I'm talking the one star, side eye, this book ain't it review, the kind that just sits in your stomach and just, is just brutal. That bad review can stop you in your tracks. It can make you question yourself, your work, and your decision to even become a writer. Why do bad reviews hit so hard? Well, for me, I think it's because you've poured everything into your book, your time, your energy, your heart, and then somebody comes and dismisses it in like a sentence or two. Now, y'all, that is a tough pill to swallow. When I wrote You Sound White, I got some reviews that were not good. And honestly, the first one I got was brutal. And it was hard because they were right. The editing in You Sound White the first time around, I think I've mentioned it before, was not good. So the criticism was valid. And I had to go back and re-edit, but it took me a minute. Other reviews I got on You Sound White were people who just didn't like the story, and that's okay. There are plenty of books I don't like either, and that's a part of being a reader. You get to choose what stories you like and what stories you don't like. But I will never forget one of those early reviews was brutal, y'all. I mean, I had to sit with this review. I read it over and over, and I really had to break it down sentence by sentence to really hear and understand what they were saying. Yes, it stung, it hurt, but once I got past the initial hurt, I realized that they were right. Like I said, the editing was not good and they called me on it. And that stuck with me for a long time. But then one day out of the blue, I got another review. And this was from someone who really liked the story. They loved the characters, they loved the book. I mean, they like took time to share that with me. And that meant everything to me. It reminded me that somebody out there truly connected with what I had written, and it really helped me. That gave me balance between the criticism and the connection. And that actually what kept me moving forward. But let's talk about the review. Really, you guys, and I had to really put this in perspective for myself. The review is about the reader's experience, not your worth as an author. And I think as authors, sometimes we forget. We see the review and we honestly think it's about us. We think it's about our talent. We think it's about our work, but it's not. An honest, real review is about what the reader experienced with your book. They liked it, what they liked, what they didn't like, what connected, what didn't connect. And if we can remember that when we're reading the review, well, it can take away some of the sting. Now, let's not discount that this person actually took the time to pick up your book and read it. That alone is a feat. Just getting someone to choose your book, to sit down and spend hours with your words, y'all, that's huge. So honestly, even if the review is bad, it's still an accomplishment because honestly, you're ahead of the game. You actually got that book into someone's hands. Something to think about. So really, in my eyes, there are two types of reviews. There's the constructive kind. Maybe they point out something about the story, the pacing, the editing, the clarity. It might sting, but you can actually maybe take some of that constructive criticism and use it. And then there's the destructive, the mean-spirited, dismissive. It's just noise. That's not about your book, that's about them. And knowing the difference is what can keep you sane. So remember, two types of bad reviews: constructive and deconstructive. Constructive, we can probably use, improve, get better. Deconstructive, it's mean spirited, it's dismissive, and honestly, y'all, it's just noise. Okay, so here are some of my tips to shake off a bad review. Because what can you do when that review hits hard and then, ooh, Lord, you can feel it in your chest? What do you do? First, pause. Pause before you react. Do not clap back in anger. Step away, breathe. Remind yourself this is just one person's opinions. If you have them, go back and read all your good reviews. Remind yourself of the readers who did connect with the story. But let's just say you don't have any reviews or you don't have any good reviews yet. Sometimes your very first review is a bad one. And if that's you, well, then lean on the people who supported you in real life. Celebrate the fact that you finished that book. Keep pushing forward. And so that you have the chance to give your book to find more readers, right? And put it into perspective. Even your most successful authors, your Colleen Hoovers, your Toni Morrisons, your Jane Baldwins, your Stephen Kings, your Anne Rices, your J.K. Rowlings, they all got one-star reviews at one point in their careers. And guess what? If they can survive it, so can you. Learn what you can, especially if it's constructive. Learn what you can. And if it's noise, let that shit go. We don't got time for that. Keep writing. The best way to silence doubt is to keep working. Go back to the work. Another page, another chapter, another book. Hey, you never know. So, you know what, y'all? If I'm totally honest with you, opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that reviewers are assholes. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that everyone has an opinion, good, bad, or indifferent. And when you put your work out into the world, well, guess what? Those opinions are going to show up. But here's the perspective. An opinion does not erase your effort. It doesn't cancel out your story, and it doesn't undo the fact that you actually did the work. You know what? Applaud yourself. Good review, bad review, mediocre review. None of it changes the fact that you did what most people never will. You know what that is? You wrote that book, you published that book, and you put that book out into the world. And my friends, that deserves applause. That's validation within its own. Because honestly, reviews come and go, opinions rise and fall. But the work that you did, well, you know what, y'all? That, my friends, is forever. So, if you do get a bad review, just remember it's not a reflection of who you are as an author. It is the reader's experience with that book. Not everybody's going to like it, and that's okay. Remember, you put it out there, and that to me is a feat within itself. Keep going. Don't give up. Your words matter. You know what? That's what happens when, you put yourself out into the world. You open yourself up to all types of criticism, good and bad. And yes, that can be incredibly scary. I get it. But you know what? You did it. So hold your head up high and remember your words matter. And I'm going to say this again. It's okay. It's okay if somebody does not like your work. You are still worthy. You are still a writer. You're still an author. And guess what? You're still here. That deserves applaud. So Let me go through my laundry list of things. If you are an author and you would love to share this platform with me, I would love to have you. I have guests on every Monday. Just go to my website, brightheadedpublishing.com. At the top, there's a tab that says Be a Guest. Fill out the information. Boom, you're on. If you're an author and you're thinking, you know what, I would really love to get my book in front of a book club, guess what? We have one. It's called the IRS. You can pitch the book club. If you're a reader, you can join the book club. We would love to have you join us. All the information's on my website. If you are a new author or somebody who's written a book and you're like, you know what, I got this great book, I just don't know what to do with it, go to my website, download my free guide. It's titled So You Want to Write a Book. It's free. I promise you. It's 44 pages of information, 100% free. It's there to get you started on your indie author journey. As always, authors of colors, I see you. And when I say authors of color, I mean anybody of color. I see you. We are underrepresented. I cannot talk today. We are underrepresented in these spaces, and I see you and I celebrate you. I built these platforms for us. Keep creating, keep sharing, keep collaborating. I just wanted to put that out there. And lastly, if you're interested in supporting me, Kelly, your girl, I got two books. You Sound White and Wait for It. They're both available on my website. I got some free goodies. I'll ship them free for you. But you know what? No pressure. You can go get them wherever good books are sold. So, y'all, this has been another episode of The Author's Mic. Remember, that bad review is not about you. That is the reader's experience with the book. And again, you did something that most won't. You actually put the book out there, and guess what? That bad review, it got into the hands of a real reader, which is something to applaud. So put it into perspective, y'all. Now, go out and make it a great day because I know I'm definitely going to try. Keep writing, and I will catch you next time. Bye, y'all.